Welcome to Dim Sum, another food map in the delicious show match. And this is a nomad start. Start with 6 villagers, and you start with a freaking flaming camel, people. Now, I don't know if you've ever scouted with a flaming camel. I sure haven't, so I'm curious what the vision looks like. Not too bad, actually. Not too bad. All right, so in the green, you have Yo. Yo is playing as the Lithuanian. He's scouting with his flaming camel. In the teal, we have Lix. Lix is playing as the Mongols. Lix is probably out there scouting with his flaming camel somewhere. Over on the left side, sorry, I kind of got the introduction order wrong. We have Vivi. Vivi, I guess, is Chinese because of all the villagers. And so everyone starts with 6 villagers in this map, except for if you're Chinese, then you start with 9. So I really like the civs here for the Chinese team. Not too far away from Vivi, we have Nikov. Nikov is playing as the Spanish. His pocket way back here is Leary. Leary said, I don't want to be flank anymore because I don't want to be anywhere near to any tower shenanigans. He's playing Berbers. And then the flank is MBL, who's gone for the Goths. And overall, I think the civilizations are just a lot stronger for standard meta MBL. There we go. For standard meta, as MBL gets housed. Typical, bro. Typical. Nomad start is a little different, so he probably is just not used to having to build a house right now and kind of forgot. And, you know, just MBL things to get housed at 10 pop. That is his reputation after all. But yeah, you start with the Flaming Camel, so you could actually attack with that. And Goths do take out boars a lot faster. So I was thinking maybe MBL is going to try and lame in some way. Which he is trying to do. He's come forward. He can see the house there, so he can assume the enemy TC's got to be close. Now, I don't think that Flaming Camels will be able to kill villagers. Here's MBL. This is Lix's point of view. And Lix sees the Vill. And he wants nothing to do with that. Now, from what I've been told, I don't know if we can trust the Twitch chat, but I do trust people on this one. The camels do one-shot each other. Because it's a one-and-done unit. It explodes and that's it. So you probably don't want to use it. But if it was a scout fight, would be interesting. And then camels would not kill a villager. But MBL is just taking out all the hunt right now. Making it a little worse for Lix as far as long-term food income goes. Especially against Mongols, too, because Mongols have the hunt bonus. Now, there's a lot of hunt in the middle, so I'm really curious if we're going to see a mill in the middle at some stage. Also, what the... Oh my god, there's dolphins out there! I thought the llamas were jumping. I was really confused by that because it was coming out from behind the trees. So, I mean, the map is based on dim sum. It's based on food, so... I don't know enough about the dish, to be honest. I really am not too experienced there. I don't know if there's dolphins in trees, but there's lots of food out there and just more reason to mill then. Desert dolphins. It sounds like desert dolphins sounds like the name of a minor league sports team. It's like your local sports team. Yo, did you see the Desert Dolphins won last night? Yeah, man, I know. Big Ray's been doing it for 20 years. 41 years old, still hitting him out of the park, bro. You know, I know you guys probably don't watch baseball. I don't really watch baseball either, but it does kind of sound like a minor league baseball team. Okay, you've got MBL with a forward barracks, and he actually killed the villager there. He blocked the Vill as the villager was bringing in the rhino, so that's good. And MBL is looking to be annoying. Yo is here with his flaming camel. Do you use your flaming camel against militia? I feel like since there's no bonus damage against militia, you don't one-shot them, so it's not worth it. MBL is going to attack the hut. And Lix is on the way to the next age with all that food. Could be tough for MBL, honestly. Also on this side, you already have Vivi on the way to the next stage. So the fast feudals for the flanks means they're going to have military out, and I don't know if there's going to be too much from Nikov, MBL, and Leary. Here's MBL with his villager. That's actually MBL's wall. He palisade walled to block the quick wall from Lix. And this is going to make life awkward for Lix. All MBL is trying to do is accomplish that, buy time. He was able to kill one villager. Now, since Lix has gone fast feudal, his TC's not creating vills. He's only 18 vills, right? So his eco is actually pretty fragile. But he is going to open up with what looks to be archers here. And if he can start the archer numbers rolling, I think MBL could have trouble soon. Okay, so the in-game timer is at the top behind the scoreboard because for whatever reason, my mini-map will move to the middle, which is where it normally shows. So you guys can't see the timer right now, just to answer some questions. For people wondering why there's no capture age doesn't work well for 3v3s and 4v4s. I'm sorry, it's a shock, but you know, if only DE would actually have, you know, something a little better than this. It is what it is. We're working with it. I'm just doing my best, and hopefully you guys are going to enjoy these games. You will see the archer range here. So I actually was thinking we might see scouts because I didn't see the villagers on gold till late. There'll be double archers from Chinese, man. I mean, on Nomad starts, Chinese are just disgustingly strong. And I expect Nikov to have some problems with that. As Nikov is actually going fast castle here with Spanish. He's trying to get to conquistadors. He did wall off here, but that is a risky play. Over here, I see that Leary is trying to bring in this Rhino, and he's Berber, so he's at fast villagers. He's also going fast castle, so he's going fast castle knights. And MBL, I don't know if fast castle is realistic for him, but he's on the way up. So the WWP team, as we see a flaming camel go off and not kill the villager. There's our answer. But yeah, the WWP team will be playing this more along the meta that we've seen on Arabia games. Look at Yo's point of view. Yo is on the way to Castle Age. Okay, so he's gone fast castle. But the flanks have been going for feudal age pressure. As we'll see, Vivi come forward and try and drop a tower there. Just to get any type of pressure in on Nikov. Probably realizing what Nikov has to do as Spanish. Spanish can make archers, but they can't make crossbows. So it doesn't make a whole lot of sense for them to commit to doing what Vivi's doing. Double range from Lix. I mean, if this military doesn't pay off, the knights from Leary are going to be strong against any archers. And holy food, by the way. He's got cows. He's got water buffaloes. Oh, yo, get him. Get him with the flaming camel. Wait, can you... You might not be able to do it, actually, unless they're Leary's. Oh, my God. Oh, my God. What a freaking play from Yo. That was so good. Probably the best use of your camel at this stage. Leary still has a lot more food remaining, but... Holy cow. Yeah, basically, if Leary didn't have any villagers around, it would have changed into Yo's camel, or Yo's food. And you can't kill your own food there. So just because Leary was close, what made the difference there. As you see Nikov in an awkward spot, he loses a villager. He's now lost 2 geese underneath his TC. And man, this is just max aggression from this Chinese team on Dim Sum. And don't lose another villager to this tower, Nikov. That tower is brutal. He wants to drop a castle. There he's going to drop it. But that one weak villager, though. He lost... Oh, my God. He's lost a vill. He lost another animal under there. And he could lose more over here. Disaster for Nikov. Nikov. Mr. Yo probably is going to try and get relics in the middle, too. Oh, that's dangerous. There's the monastery. Lithuanians +1 attack on their knights for relic collected. And it just... I mean, again, did I just see another villager die? This has just honestly not been a great day at all for this AM Tempo team. The thing about AM Tempo, and it's always been the case, is like anything kind of wacky they struggle with because they're such meta players. If the meta's not established, they just don't do too well. And, you know, I don't think a meta's really known for this yet. Someone says no Hera, man. Yeah, I'm sure Hera not being in the game has a lot to do with the fact that Nikov has lost 3 villagers and that Leary lost his 5 goats. Yeah, I'm sure that has something to do with it. Granted, you know, like maybe you put Hera in there, but Hera would never pick Spanish. It's a bit sloppy here for Nikov and Leary so far, at least. And just everything looks good. Everything looking real clean for WWP. But the thing about Conquistadors is that if you get to a mass of them, they can kill virtually anything. And Nikov is in Castle Age. Whereas Vivi committed all of that, but Vivi hasn't clicked up yet. So for every villager Nikov lost, he could kill. He's able to continue to mass these. Over on this side, Leary's going to take out these archers. And he's trying to, I should say. A similar situation where Lix hasn't clicked up. You know what, guys? MBL's on the way to Castle Age, and he's 100 and some stone away from a castle with Goths. I mean, the fact that Yo's getting relics in the middle right now is absolutely terrifying for the AM Tempo team. But the Castle Age times are going to be a whole lot faster and are a whole lot faster for AM Tempo. But, oh, man, we got villagers going down here. I think Nikov probably had them somewhere collecting a resource because he needed some food income. And then he was just hoping he wouldn't be spotted. Now he's on his way to Leary's base and has to run towards one of Leary's TCs. Meanwhile, you can see some villagers have died here. I think these are the original 2 conquistadors from the beginning. Nikov's at 24 vills, though. And these archers will clear out the conquistadors. On this side, big focus for Leary has just been keeping MBL alive. And that's more than fine. But you look at Yo. Yo already with 1 relic, already with his second one on the way back. So much attack will be there with those knights. And Nikov has led the archers over to Leary's base. Something that Leary can deal with. But he's lost a villager now. I just saw a signal from Lix. And so he's probably telling Yo what's up. He's probably saying his gold is there. That's why the signal was there. And Yo has his scout now on MBL's villagers. Seeing MBL on stone. Now MBL made a town center. So that's minus 100 stone. So now he's at 426. Here comes Yo with the knight. Yo is going to try and hunt down that villager and will easily kill that villager. So much dying here for Leary, MBL, and Nikov on this really interesting map, I have to say. Is it making you hungry for more, chat? Nikov can't even take his woodline yet. Like, he has to go over here. And if those archers... Oh, my God. Vivi's doing such a good job here. That tower was perfect in the first place. Now, watch this. He realizes that Nikov has just shifted over. He knows there's a lumber camp here. He's like, has he gone back there? Oh, my God. Disaster for Nikov. He's already at 29 bills, guys. Oh, no. Nikov. Oh, my God. Dude. And meanwhile, he's got some Kongs forward, which is like, woohoo, exciting, but he's back down to 25. Nikov! Nikov! It would have been really funny if the person who raided me right there was Nikov. like, what if we're like a minute behind and Nikov just rage quit, and then he's like, if he was streaming, he's like, guys, go watch the rest of the games at T90 stream. Thank you, High Flyer, for the raid. I hope your stream went well. But yeah, overall things just looking pretty tough right now for Leary and for MBL and for Nikov. I mean, big thing I keep circling back to is the fact that Yo has free control of this middle area, as he's actually going to take some food there. Leary does have a villager lead with 61, and he's Berbers, so he could field a lot of camels and knights. But Leary has 13 military. Elix is at 25. Yo is at 14. MBL finally dropping a castle, but he did lose some villagers in the process. Eventually, Goths can be really strong. You know, you do have to keep that in mind. And I guess the knights from Leary came over here to clear up those archers. Nikov happy to finally get some help there. I guess you could argue that Leary could have maybe supported a little earlier there. So here come the crossbows from Lix, and they know that Leary's in the strongest position for the enemy team now, and they know that because he went FC, hasn't been touched. And you also could see the score and realize that Leary's vill count must be pretty high. But in these team games, it is military that's the most important detail here. So Leary's going to have to get his numbers up. And while he does have the vill count, he really did sacrifice a lot of upgrades Just now getting bloodlines, just now getting forging. He just delayed those things. And now he could lose the stable before bloodlines complete. So, like, you've got 10 plus 3 attack and bloodlines already in for Yo. Oh, Leary loses the bloodline stable. Something he might not realize, by the way. Nikov wants to get rid of these pesky villagers. Makes sense. And now, Leary, you boomed, but you aren't going to have stables to make military. And Huskarls are not really a huge help right now because the knights. It was elite Huskarl with Halberdier. Goths just shred everything, but in the time it takes to get there, as it's 10 plus 4 attack now, Yo has 4 relics. He didn't even get a single armor upgrade, though he is getting it now. Actually, you don't really need armor as much if you're not underneath TCs and if you're not up against archers. So, delaying the armor makes perfect sense. So I guess they're going to shift back over to MBL now. Oh my god, Lix is going to drop a castle in MBL's face. He's like, it's MBL's turn. Drop the castle on Leary in game 1. It's time to drop a castle on MBL, and we'll do Nikov next. So, sounds like good game plan to me. MBL's villagers decide to just attack the castle for whatever reason. I think that's probably a misclick. But now he can't take his golds, though he does have a gold back here. And he went 4 TCs, but 2 of those TCs are in range of this castle now. Over at Leary's base. He did realize he lost bloodlines. That's good. So he's trying to get his pop back up. And he has come over here to help out Nikov, as the crossbows were breaking through from Vivi. Score-wise, everything looks pretty close. And that can be all exciting until you realize, oh wait, Yo is on the way to the Imperial Age. So Yo will be on Cavalier a whole lot faster than Leary. Leary's in an all-in stage where he has to fight back or his team is going to die even more. Lick's also making Mega Die. I think this is going to be trouble. They just don't... I don't think Aftermath and Tempo realize this yet. If you need to go for Mangonels in a 3v3 or 4v4 or 2v2 team game, normally it's a sign you're behind because there's always going to be Knights on the field to take that out. Giving up middle control. Giving up control of the game when Lithuanians are around is a tricky one. I'm being told it's all 5 plate. Is that the case, Nerfox? Sorry if I got that wrong. I mean, at this point, it's looking like it could be a 2-0, so I'd like to see more than just potentially 3 games. It's play all 5. Okay, cool. I'll put that then in the details. My bad. I mean, Yo is just... It's 10 plus 5 attack. The Paladins are going to be insanely strong, and Berbers do not get Paladins. So for Leary, he needs to engage against this before the upgrades come in. Like, let's see him. Let's see what he does here. Okay, he sees Yo's an imp. He should chase this down. He should be moving out. There's no reason to sit at home now. You've got to engage soon. Leary's got knights here. I think Nikov's telling him, hey, yo, use these knights. Do something with them. And Leary's reaction is to instantly queue up camels, which isn't a bad reaction if you're expecting the knights to come to you. He's a lot more military, Leary. He's at 33. It's a possibility with Berbers, right? Yo doesn't have the greatest food eco compared to Leary. I mean, he's at 35 versus 47. It's not the biggest deal. But he will have these stronger weapons. And I think he should actually delay... after he gets Cavalier here with armor, I think he should just delay production for a minute or 2 and wait for Paladin. Because Paladin takes so long to come in. If you can get a lead to Paladin, you'll be loving life. That is the Imp TC for Leary. However, Cavalier's not in yet. Okay, Cavalier's now in. 12 plus 5 attack against 10 plus 1 attack. Like, okay, numbers are always really important, but still, dude. Why would you go in with that TC? What? Use the one in the back, man. And he immediately cancels it. And now he's going to click imp on another TC. He's gone for the one in the back now, so that's wasted time. Yo is just... He's continuing to put his foot on the gas with Cavalier, which is a way to just straight up win the game now. He will have even more attack as he's getting his blacksmith upgrades. The relics are giving him all the attack he's working with currently. Not all of it, but most of it. It's TC hunting time. I am seeing some conquistadors from Nikov. Just doesn't seem like it's enough to really threaten Vivi, who is well ahead of him economically. More villagers go down. Leary he has 11 on food, so he won't be able to make that much military long term. As far as Lix is concerned, Lix is just booming like crazy and making some Mangadai. He's also keeping his crossbows with Yo. So, okay, now he's going to stall out his production a little. Wait for the Paladin upgrade. Will Leary ever make it to Imp? Because he either loses his army or he loses his TC. Leary has to fight this. I mean, I guess it doesn't matter which TC you choose if you're going to lose all of them. And here you go. Yeah, again, he kind of has to engage against this. And so he goes in. My phone is ringing. Oh, wow. Someone from a different country is calling me. I'm sure that's important. I'll make sure I listen to that voicemail later. And actually, they defend. All right. So they defend. Now, with great losses, and Lix didn't care about those crossbows long term. Leary. Nice trap here. So I think the palisade will go down. Actually, that's worth it. It buys time. Meanwhile, though, you've got Cavalier, soon to be Paladin, hitting this part of their eco. MBL is in the Imperial Age now, and he wants to go for Huskarls and for Halbs. Which would be great, right? If he can get the Halb spam going with Huskarls, it can counter Mangadai and Paladins in theory. Feel like, when Yo gets Paladin, he's just going to swing back over to Leary. Leary's getting heavy camel now, but Leary only has 65 villagers. Doesn't feel like it's quite good enough. I mean, I know it's not good enough, but if MBL can maybe do it on his own, you never know. He's losing a lot of vills, though. Really distracted, MBL. Man, what a boom from him, though, because he lost 2 town centers to the castle drop, and he's back on 4 or 5 TCs, it looks like. But yeah, I don't think Yo and Lix are too bothered. They realize that the economy's bad for Leary. They know Nikov's eco is bad, so they're just trying to damage MBL's eco. And tossing in units underneath TCs like crazy. It doesn't matter to them. Paladin's in now. I feel like this is only going to get worse. We might see some markets in corners eventually to get some trade going. That would be the safe play anyways, but I don't know if that's going to be hugely necessary here. I do feel like this game could end. Now, I know MBL is going to be saying, I'm Goths, let's not resign, but Nikov's position, 60 pop. Leary's position, 100 pop. There are some Huskarls here getting kills. That's really annoying. Well done, MBL there. But there are TCs for Lix to replenish those villagers. Lix is also almost an imp, too, so I don't know if he'll have the resources for Elite Mangadai right away. Or Elite Paladin, like I said earlier. But, oh, no, his resources are looking good for Elite Mangadai. So, yeah, he'll have multiple castles. He will lose the one on the front, but he'll have castles at home. Where are Yo's Paladins at? That's what I'm wondering. Okay, because I haven't talked about him in a bit. Here he comes. And they're heading over to Nikov's base. Nikov! These paladins, Lithuanian paladins with 4 relics are elite paladins, right? So, I didn't even misspeak earlier. Nikov would just lose everything. I mean, Conks are alright at kind of holding this position, but... The thing about this WWP team is Lix, Yo, Vivi, they play together so much, and there's so much consistency to it, right? There's so much consistency. Every time they play, you know they're going to be beastly. Yo and Lix in particular, right? I know Vivi has his moments from time to time, and no, the Paladins get through! There's a hole there! Oh man, Nikov, he worked so hard to get above 50 pop, and now he's back down below 40. You look at Yo's Paladin queue, was pretty crazy. Here he comes towards MBL's base. Lix has only 82 villagers, and Yo is now sending him food to get these upgrades. So Yo is carrying a bit here. But Nikov is pretty much non-existent right now. He's at 17 pop. If you missed game number 1, Leary was almost defeated. So maybe Leary's saying, all right, Nikov, you see how you like it. But as the heavy camels and the halberdiers defend from Yo's paladins here, I'm just wondering if there's a chance for this to ever change. Is there a possibility for a comeback here? Oh, castle from Yo in the middle. That's going to get denied. That's a doubt castle. Unless Yo walls in a villager or something. But nope, GG called. And WWP take game number 1. Or game number 2. Game number 2. So, it's not a best of 5. I was incorrect. It is all games played. So, we don't have to get too disappointed that we won't see the rest of these maps. Now, the first one was the Arabian Omelet. The second one was Dim Sum. And honestly, while these maps are based on food and meals, and it's making me hungry, and I really want to order food, actually, I'm actually rather... I kind of like them, you know? We got to see archers work out. Also, FC in some ways worked out. I think it was way too greedy to have all 3 players go fast castle, which is what we saw from the Tempo AM team. But, I mean, overall, I think Mr. Yo is just too much of a god to ever give him time with Lithuanians here. He knew the map, clearly, because he picked his civ and had a good build, got the relics early, and then the rest was pretty much history. Good job from Licks and good job from Vivi also to produce archers on their sides and take control of the game so they could have the greater economy, which they did when compared to the players on that they were up against. Now, MBL's kind of the exception. I guess MBL's food and wood eco was higher than Licks. But did Halberdier and Huskarl really change that much in that game? Felt like by the time he got there, it was too little and too late.